everybody. How's it going on this Tuesday morning? As you can tell, for those of you, there is a new command in the chat. So I'm going to say good morning first, and then I'm going to introduce the new command in the chat. I'm sure you guys will have absolute fun with that. So good morning, Bubonic and Scott. Good morning, Fuckwad and Reality Check. I have a good morning to an MC, a Numbed Skull, a good afternoon to a Jason Todd, a good morning to a Sarah Lee, a good morning to a Jay Willie. I have also a good morning to a Wikipedia. Let me see. Anna Neil. Good morning, Neil. Good morning, Panina. Good afternoon, Hunley. I don't know how I'm keeping up with all this, but I am. Good morning, CT. Good afternoon, Ericor. And good morning, Red Robot. So, I have been stealthily avoiding the DEFCON 5 meltdown that has become certain people on Twitter and YouTube, so I'm not going to be discussing that. That's all I'm going to say about it. Because it has gotten ridiculous to biblical proportions, and I don't want, nope. I'm Switzerland. Nope. Not commenting on that. Not wanting anything to do with that. And as far as the new command is, if you type this in the chat to anybody that wants to bring drama onto this newscast, Nightbot will lovingly respond. And those of you with mod powers will, in fact, if they keep it up, be able to time people out. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's pretty much what I aim to do. So, let me see. Yeah, llama llama llama. Alright, first tweet. Is the Department of State new national security strategy brings to bear all elements of American power to protect our people, generate new economic opportunities, and advance our interests and democratic principles. Here's a summary from Dipnote. Now, I've seen the summary, and I also found the 68-page PDF. Okay? So, what I mean about that is I'm going to read the 68 pages. Morning, Cali. No matter how much they make me cross-eyed. Hello, Ghost Dog. No matter how much they make me cross-eyed, and compare them to the talking points on the summary to see if there's any discrepancies. And if I find any, good afternoon, Mariel. And if I find any, I'm probably going to do a live stream or a video on the discrepancies in between the actual 68-page PDF and the summary. So we're going to be probably looking out for that. Also, something funny happened in the Department of Defense. Beef in a bag, hash browns in a pack. Do you remember the first time you tried MREs? Watch as members of the Japan Self-Defense Forces get their first taste. Will they thumbs up or thumbs down? Yes, he... Dang freaking bronchitis. Sorry. Couldn't hit the button. Yep, so I'm going to watch the video. Says the guy who just typed. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to fix it. I want to watch that video. I was watching it without the sound, and it was looking hilarious. Them just trying to open up the MRE bags to try and get into it. But we shall see how that goes. Yeah, this should be good, most definitely. All right. Also, the DoD. It is that time of year that you can support your troops by sending care packages abroad. The link to the Twitter, as well as the address where you can mail your care packages and cards, is listed below in the description. Show them that you are thinking about them and that you support what they're doing abroad by sending them a package or just a simple card saying that you hope that everything is well and they are doing all right. The Marines are doing their Toys for Tots drive. Please check the link below for any locations where they have a Toys for Tot collection location. All they need is an unwrapped new toy to give to a child in need who otherwise would have a bleak Christmas without any toys because of unfortunate financial circumstances. So please keep out on the look for the Toys for Tots and for those Marines that are standing next to those Toys for Tots collection locations. So there we have it. Also, Nightbot Morning Shadow Cat is going to be touting out my new links for my blog, and also this is a grandma safe zone. And also for the message boards where you can actually submit news articles for me to read, research, fact check, and things of that nature. And I will probably be adding a cancer article section since you guys like torturing me by having me read cancer. So there's always that to look forward to. At least you guys look forward to it. I'm not saying I do. So let me see. Those are all the tweets of the morning. So let's move on. At least he's a little. Don't. Okay, yeah. Don't mess up the sheets. No, I can't play with you this morning. Mommy's in the middle of a news show. No, I can't play with you this morning. Mommy's in the middle of a news show. All right, here we go. That beautiful transition is brought to you by none other than Ericor in the live chat. If you wish to know about any rates as to what he charges for those particular things, please message him privately. And maybe you guys can come up with something. But I think I'm going to be using that transition for the time being because I absolutely love the thing. Alright, the first story of the morning, GOP 1.5 trillion final tax bill ready to go through House or Senate. And the Senate, rather. Through doubt and negotiation, one of the goals of the Republicans of Congress are set to push through the $1.5 trillion tax legislation through the House. This last chance to deliver a bill to a president who is more than willing to sign it. The vote will cover... God darn it, the bill. What the hell did I do? Alright, here we go. The bill will be voted on either today or Wednesday. The bill, however, has traveled through a hard road. Republicans had to and did cement the final votes needed for the legislation to go through. They were able to get support from the wavering Marco Rubio, Bob Corker, and it was not until Monday that they were able to get support from Susan Collins and Mike Lee. Adding to the list that was covered last week, the per-child tax credit doubles to $2,000 with up to $1,400 available in IRS funds for families who owe little to no taxes. Parents will need to provide Social Security numbers to receive the child credit. This is to prevent illegal aliens from getting the tax credit. Democrats are upset they were excluded from the closed-door drafting sessions of this bill and has not held back their criticism for it. They're saying it favors big corporations and the wealthy, not the middle class. What needs to be remembered is this bill is a blended bill, and several Democratic lawmakers participated in the House-Senate conferences. Just announced he would schedule a vote tonight. Oh, good. Now I'm going to have to see Levi's new video. I have not seen it. So that is the first story of the day. Alright. I'm still trying to sift through the whole thing. Because anything having to do with taxes makes my eyes cross. Firefighters gaining ground on Cali fire. Calm winds help the firefighters gain ground on Southern California wildfires to the toll of 50% containment. Monday was one of 2 days where the men and women fighting the fire had their chance on a fire which has burned for 2 weeks, claimed 1,000 structures, 750 of those being residences, and 2 lives. The northwest of Los Angeles is still under evacuation orders. The blaze has ripped through Ventura and Santa Barbara counties. If you're poor because you live here illegally, no help for you. Exactly, Numbed Skull. If you can't be here legally, I almost said if you can't be here illegally. Bloopers are live. If you cannot be here legally, then I don't think that you should be able to qualify for child's CPS payments for your kids, food stamps, Medicaid or Medicare, or you shouldn't be able to file taxes on your children in order to get tax credits because you're not legal. Period. If you're not legal, you shouldn't get any of the benefits or have a crack at getting any of the benefits in this country. So I've got a little video to show you.
We were able to do prepping in these areas days before to allow the fire to burn around some of these homes. We were able to fire out some of them But unfortunately, when you have winds that severe, and we all saw it yesterday, you just physically cannot save every home.
This is AP footage. All right, so we've got that done. So we've got the story out of Japanese, and to answer our dear Scott's burning question, Japan to expand missile defense. On a decision finalized on Tuesday, Japan says it will make expansions to its U.S.-made ground-based Aegis radar stations and interceptors. This decision being a direct response to the DPRK's missile tests. Prime Minister Shinzo Abe approved the construction of 2 Aegis shore batteries, which have a price tag of $2 billion without missiles and won't really be operational until 2023. The threat posed to our country by North Korea's nuclear missile development has reached a new stage, Defense Ministry is quoted as saying. Aegis system is already deployed on Japanese warships. This is after North Korea launched another ballistic missile on November 29th of this year and boasted it could reach the U.S. This would also mean it would be flying over Japan's current defense shield. The new Aegis systems will not come without their problems, however. It will not. The new Aegis systems. It will not have the Spy-6 radar, which will prevent it from using the extended range of a new interceptor missile, the SM-3 Block 2A. The price tag for each missile is $30 million each. There are also budgetary concerns. So, there's that. And I can't say I blame the Japanese for doing this because of what North Korea is doing. North Korea is ignoring everybody in order to get this done and in order to do it their way. They want to become a force to be reckoned with. They want to be recognized as a nuclear power. And during the ministerial that I watched the whole 2.5 hours of, just about every country said they would never recognize North Korea as a nuclear power. And, they kept trying to say that we're following the rules. No, you are breaking laws. I mean, North Korea has fired missiles without warning people that they were doing missile tests. They have fired it not only close to, but over Japan. These unscheduled and unannounced missile tests could have hurt any aircraft flying over. I mean, there's a whole bunch of shit behind what they're doing that is not legal. For them to be sitting here claiming that, Korea didn't do nothing, North Korea didn't do nothing. You're doing plenty and you're pissing everybody off. And Kim Jong-un does not care because, he cares more about this missile defense system than he cares about his people. And that is very evident to the UN Security Council in those 2.5 hours, because they all alluded to the fact that no matter how many resolutions and sanctions would have been put on the people, they continue to break those resolutions and sanctions to the detriment of their own people in their country. Hunley, Jesus, a couple of Starfire missiles would do the same job, better and cheaper. Yeah, MC. Actually, NK never signed the UN Nuclear Proliferation Treaty, unlike Iran. They were a part of the Council for the denuclearization, but they actually fell out. That was in my first part of my Fire and Fury series. That was my first live stream that I want to redo on that particular subject. And I want to have 2 people when I redo that live stream, because I want to do it right with 2 people helping me comment on the resolutions and sanctions. So if you are interested in being in on that live stream, please let me know. Wikipedia snippet. Aegis is named after the shield of Zeus. Not Maddie's dog, but the mythical Zeus. I don't think anything will be named after my dog. I love him, but he can be a real goof. Alright, let's see if you guys can hear what the NPR had to say this morning.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Corva Coleman. Federal officials say preliminary reports show the Amtrak train that derailed in Washington state yesterday was speeding. It was traveling 80 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone and failed to negotiate a curve. Several cars left the tracks, falling onto an interstate highway below. 3 people on the train were killed and dozens of others were injured. Deborah Hersman is the former chair of the National Transportation Safety Board. She told NPR's Morning Edition officials will investigate what choices the crew made.
Very often what they'll find is there are human factors here, and just like all of us when we drive our cars on the roadway coming around a curve, you've got to slow down, and so understanding what was going on in the locomotive cab is going to be key.
An NTSB investigation team is at the derailment site south of Tacoma. The White House says North Korean hackers were behind a cyber attack that crippled computers in 150 countries last May. NPR's Elise Hu reports from Seoul. The Trump administration is pinning the attack on the North Korean government.
The cyber attack used ransomware called WannaCry, which locked out users from their systems unless they paid a ransom. But even those who paid the ransom lost their data. The WannaCry attack affected the National Health Service in the United Kingdom, as well as schools, banks, businesses, and private individuals across the world. The condemnation from Washington does not include any indictments or name specific individuals, but it does come as North Korea's hacking capabilities have grown. North Korea is also suspected of stealing from South Korean Bitcoin exchanges and believed to be behind a cyber heist of $81 million from a bank in Bangladesh last year. Elise Hu, NPR News, Seoul.
Republicans are seeking to press claims of bias in Special Counsel Robert Mueller's Russia investigation. NPR's Giles Snyder reports members of the House Intelligence Committee are getting a chance to talk to a top FBI official today.
FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe is meeting privately with the House Intelligence Committee as part of the panel's Russia investigation. His appearance on Capitol Hill comes as Republicans have been increasingly raising questions about Special Counsel Mueller's investigation. They'll likely want to know about the now infamous Trump dossier and whether it played any role in the FBI's decision to open an investigation. They'll also likely press McCabe about Peter Strzok, the senior FBI agent Mueller removed from his probe into possible ties between Russia and the Trump campaign because of politically charged text messages. Giles Snyder, NPR News, Washington.
The House of Representatives is scheduled to vote on the GOP-backed tax overhaul package today. The bill is worth $1.5 trillion, and lawmakers are expected to support or reject it along party lines. The bill is gaining support in the Senate, too, which could vote on it as early as today.
All right, and there is the NPR News, Hunley. Sorry, got the name wrong. It's Starstreak Missiles. Okie dokie, thank you very much. So Maddie's becoming lazy and uses a different news for audio. No, I just figured I'd try something new, Mariel, and I know you're picking on me. See what you did there. You have to excuse my bronchitis. Yeah, Cerberus. It was a mystical god, but it had 3 heads and guarded. Yep, exactly. Morning, Green Badger and Rhetorical. Yeah, you missed the tax report. They're voting on it today. Let me see here. What else we got? Yep, alright, let's go on to the next.
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
Alright, we know what time it is. Let's get down here. And that is the wrong window, because I have the wrong window up, because I'm a doofus. And it isn't me without at least one oops. So let's do this. And fix it. Yay! Alright. The first of 4 recommended videos this morning is AnnaMae Renee, Buzzfeed on consent. Yes, the Buzzfeed video is about what you think it is, and she gives a very nice response to it. And she also has a link to a hotline at the end of the video. It is a must watch. She is a very good young lady. She has a very good square head on her shoulders. Next one. Bricky Orchid 8. So you want to mate Yorick. Yorick is one of my favorite top laners in League of Legends. Absolutely love playing him. I loved playing him before his rework. I absolutely love playing him that much more after his rework. He is oppressive in lane. National Public Radio. Wikipedia. National Public Radio. That's what NPR stands for. And Ricky Orchid 8 does these So You Want to Main videos in a very comical fashion, but a very informative fashion too. I love watching his So You Want to Main videos. Next one on the list, Roaming Millennial, Stop Sexualizing Children. She actually goes after the Big Mouth TV show on Netflix, and states her case as to why she doesn't agree with this show. She is another young lady with a square and good head on her shoulders. Please take a look at her video and please comment on her video to help her out and to support her channel. Last one on the list is the CGBros, award-winning CGI 3D animated short film The Gulf by Lightning Boy Studio. This is a wonderful animated 10-minute short. It actually, most of these shorts don't tend to bring tears to my eyes, but this one had an ending that I don't want to spoil for you. But I will give, a mascara alert to any females in the live chat that want to click on that link below and watch it. It was an excellent, excellent animated short film. So those are the recommendeds for the day. And on to the next, as I like to say. This morning's cancer. Dun, 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 dun. Hashtag Magic Resistance. The Rise of Feminist Witchcraft. A Breitbart article by Charlie Nash. From organizing mass hexes to setting up witch-themed Etsy stores, the feminist movement and witchcraft are becoming increasingly entwined. In an article this week, feminist and author Laurie Penny documented the boom in online occultism and why feminists are so attracted to witchcraft. Days after Donald Trump won the U.S. election, videos of women hexing Trump went viral around the world, encouraging budding magical practitioners to burn images of the president-elect to bring his works to ruin, reported Penny on Wednesday. Meanwhile, an entire explosive industry of witch paraphernalia is boiling out of the cauldron of digital consumer culture. You can buy your crocheted bat, bunting, and your broomstick decals on Etsy, while a couple of clicks away, anonymous web artisans peddle laptop stickers declaring the owner with more or less accuracy a daughter of the witches they weren't able to burn, she explained. Commodification is usually a poisoned apple for movements like this, but there's a proud legacy of repurposing the witch aesthetic for radical ends. The two scenes have become so intertwined that the term witch has even started to become synonymous with feminist, as online stores such as Witsy sell feminist witch-themed goods. The hell? Witches supporting other bitches. Well, at least it rhymes. Dozens of witch-related products, ranging from pentagram-decorated clothing to I'm a witch, you're a bitch pins, can be found on Witchsy, among more typical feminist merchandise. While searching feminist witch on Etsy returns over 750 results. Macrame is not witchcraft. Get your shit straight. Though a large percentage of feminist witches undoubtedly limit themselves to the aesthetic alone, an increase in political mass hexes shows a portion of the movement delves deeper. Following President Trump's inauguration, witches, covens, and even A-list celebrities started to hex the president with frequent spells. Bah, cunt bug. Exactly, Red Robot. In July, Lana Del Rey admitting to casting a spell on President Trump, and in October, Vox reported that thousands of members of the resistance witches had been casting spells against the president each month. It's happening tomorrow. These people have no life. I swear to God. I'm ready for the binding. It's happening in less than 2.5 hours. May you all be energized and strong. Ritual and info here. Remember, you can adapt it to your needs. On a typical Wednesday, by the light of the waning moon, Kate Doucette joined several thousand strangers on the internet in casting a spell to bind Donald Trump, Vox declared. Doucette, which is her married name, not her legal name, is one of the resistance witches in a 13,000-strong umbrella group of internet neo-pagans. Ooh. Wiccan solo practitioners who self-identify as hedge witches, long-time practitioners in various traditions, and committed activists. They've come together each month since Trump's inauguration with one goal: to perform a spell, equal parts quasi-religious ritual and activist performance, to bind the president, forming a collective known as the hashtag Magic Resistance, they explained. CT. Methinks they watch too much Charmed. Yep. Bind Trump to what? The border wall? That's a good question, MC. That is a really good question. Oh, here we go. It's that time of the month again. Ow. It's that time of the month again. So, what's binding feminism and witchcraft? According to Laurie Penny, a general sense of powerlessness in a chaotic and competitive society, along with a revived interest in forms of feminism that don't care who they frighten, may explain the growing appeal of hedge magic as a cultural aesthetic as much as a practice. Bullshit. Hedge magic uses herbs. You motherfuckers, get your shit right. I've done enough research to know the difference. Why can't you? The craze for witchery displays an encouraging wide understanding for that social change to happen, and someone has to feel threatened. The paraphernalia of skulls and guts and ravens are merely a uniform that declares intent. I'm not a nice, compliant creature, not a princess in training. I am something else. I am something darker. There are more like me. Best beware. Oh. Pissing off your over-pious relations is as good as an excuse as any to dabble in magic, and a good many modern practitioners are spiritual refugees of one sort or another from patriarchal, monotheistic religions as practiced in, for example, large parts of the United States. I'm convinced that part of the reason I first started getting interested in tarot and cartoon spellcraft, I broke character, at a tender age was to annoy my grandmother, who would have made a formidable witch herself had she not got married too young. As so many of her generation did, to some layabout called Jesus Christ, who left her to raise 6 kids with nothing but the promise of salvation. Red Robot, what these cunts don't know, that magic resistance prevents spells from working. Yeah, right? Right, Robot? They got their rules all fucked up. The feminist witches also see those women persecuted during the 17th century Salem witch trials as their late comrades tortured and murdered by the patriarchy. Still, the increase in feminist witchcraft hasn't led to entirely receptive reactions from others in the witch community. The Witch BLR Witch Blur community appropriates non-white cultures, Native American, Yoruba, Hindu, Caribbean, Romani, and so on, and comes up with a lot of shitty excuses for that. Complained one witch to The Verge, who wrote an article about how witches took over Tumblr in 2016. If you ask me, there's a lot of shit that took over Tumblr in 2017. And the community hasn't been without its controversies, most notably 2015's Bone Ghazi, where witches fought over the ethics of grave robbing. But the trend doesn't appear to be declining anytime soon, with one follower of the late Anton LaVey's Church of Satan claiming the Trump era is an era of occult renaissance. Occultism keeps becoming more socially relevant. Good morning, Hellbound. In times of economic hardships and political strife, the user proclaimed. On the other hand, maybe witchcraft is just an excuse for feminists to pretend to be Hogwarts students from their beloved Harry Potter series. And that is the end of that article. First of all, a binding spell is a spell that binds someone's powers so they can't use their powers. Other than the presidential powers afforded to him by us putting him in office by the vote of the most electoral college votes, he has no fucking power. So what are they going to bind if a binding spell actually exists and works? That would be the question of the hour, I would say, right? But, you know, they don't think about stuff like that. Alright, on your screen right now, scrolling, or at least in a few minutes, I don't know, well, at the time I'm reading this, are the live stream announcements for the day. You will notice that the Tonkasal live stream is still not on there, mainly because I am trying to wait until there is at least one stream where he is not talking about the utter meltdown in order to start putting it up there. But for those of you that follow his stream, you know when and where it is. So I will go ahead and read these. Hunley, Hedge Magic. Been a while since I studied that. Anton size. Don't even go there. Yeah. They like to blow all kinds of shit out of proportion. And it's just ridiculous. Just to suit their means. Okay, at 8:30 in the morning, we have Rhetorical Entertainment with his Rhetorical Sunrise, where he likes to wake up with a cup of coffee and you in his live chat every morning. at 9 a.m. all times Eastern Standard Time, because East Coast is best coast on the U.S. Numbed Skull has his great debate. Don't miss it. It is a debate format set to kind of a game show theme. Really interesting concepts, really cool to watch. Jason Brazeal, grab some peanuts, pizza, wings, and beer, or any combination of those four, and grab Jason in his pub. Meet Jason in his pub at 8 p.m. Lords of the Night is over in Scribe Light's channel at 9, and at 10:30 at night, Minions of the Zoo has their normal night stream. If you know of anybody having regularly scheduled live streams, please DM me on Twitter. My DMs are open. With channel, days, and times, please include the time zone of said live stream, or you can even DM me on through Discord with the channel link, time zone, and day that the scheduled live stream. Oh, it's Tuesday! I am such an idiot. FNAF tonight. Oh my god. I gotta put that in the description. Our own Panina tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is doing a Five Nights at Freddy's spinoff with the Pizzeria Simulator. Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. Oh god, I'm an idiot. I am so sorry. I knew I was forgetting something. I'm a dummy. Alright, I'm gonna put it over here. Live editing! Oh no! Here we go. Live editing. At 8 a minute. Oh, put your link in the... Oh, I gotta do this. Alright, Panina. You're a mod. Put the link to your channel in the live chat so I can stick it over here. I know it's free. I'm so sorry, Panina. Please forgive me. I am so sorry. I am lower than low. I thought it was cause constipation. You should be a mod. Hang on, let me try that again. Yeah, nope, you are a mod, so you should be able to post that link in the chat. If not, I will look for it, because I can look for it. I can find it. Don't forget Sunday Fun Day. Yep, Sunday Fun Day at noon Eastern Standard Time. I will tout that one out on Friday. No link yet. Just go to my channel tonight. Okay, so I'm gonna channel link. I need the channel link. So we come over here and we pop this out. We scroll all the way down to Panina Chan's channel. We right click. Sunday Fun Day will be touted out on Friday and Saturday, because Saturday is another Red Shirt Diaries. So we're going to be doing that. So we got this. And blip, blip, blip. And there we go. Okie dokie. Now you should see Panina's in there. 8 o'clock. Please, Panina. If you want jump scares, if you want to jump out of your seat when she screams, if you want to scream when she screams, you have got to watch her playing this Pizza Simulator. It is absolutely freaking hilarious. I know I do. Jay Willie, I got so much homework that I can't finish my videos. Oh, baby. I will not forget Sunday Fun Day. I will write that down for Friday so I can get everybody's weekend stuff done. Alright. So, unfortunately, my friends, it is that time. May your coffee ever flow. May your caffeine be ever strong. And may you have a totally terrific Tuesday. Take care, my coffee nuts.